Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. I am very excited for this video. In this video, we're going to be showing off the new and improved Bello Betty deck list. If you didn't know, I played in 3 Treasure Cups this season here, this February season of Treasure Cups, and I played absolutely terrible and threw away everything. But we did learn a bunch of things about the deck list, and we've cut out the slack and put in some different cards that you might not be used to seeing in the Bello Betty deck list to further optimize and improve the deck. So the core of this deck now is incredibly optimized, and we're gonna run over the deck list, and then we are also going to run a few games with it, see how it performs, so I can show you off the new cards and see just how much impact they have in the deck. But quickly, right before we jump into this deck list, do not forget to like the video, guys. It's going to be an absolute banger today. We're gonna shit on some people, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be lovely. So make sure you like the video, and also don't forget to subscribe. That way you can get my videos in your subscription feed. You can see them more frequently. Next time I upload, you'll be ready for it. And if you put on that bell little notification thingy, you can be even more ready. You can make sure you are the first on the scene whenever I drop a brand new video. So make sure you do that. But let's jump straight into the deck list. This is it right here. This is the deck list. If you are on the Bello Betty Discord, you will have seen this deck before. I've shown it off as I was cooking and updated people as I went. But this is the deck list we're running. And if you've seen my previous deck list, you can see some very clear changes here. The first important change here is that we actually went up to 4 stages. We were on 3 before. I think I was even considering going down to 2. But in the previous Treasure Cups, I think it's been very clear that finding the stage is incredibly important, no matter the matchup. And seeing it here is just so strong. So you want to make sure you run 4, because you want to make sure you can see this like turn 1. It's the best time to play it is turn 1 in combination with a searcher. So seeing it on turn 1 is incredibly strong. So we're running 4 of it to increase consistency, right? Second of all, you can see that I've cut down both Inazuma, Ivankov, Race Max, and one of this 2k Kuma. The reason we're cutting 2k Kuma is because 7 2ks is fine. We actually don't need that much counter power. Cutting it more is a little risky, but cutting 1, I found that this was the best place to cut this 1 card. Same goes for Inazuma. I love Inazuma, but 4 off wasn't actually necessary for whatever the decks wanted to do. So I ended up cutting it down to 3. And Race Max is a great card. Yeah, I love going Betty Race Max on turn 1. But since we're running stage, the more optimal turn 1 is Betty stage, right? Which means Race Max finds less value, which means we cut him down a little bit. I still like him at 2 because he still works great with Lindbergh as a reducer. And if you can't find Betty in stage, you can still always find Betty Race Max or Race Max stage, any combination of those, to at least still have some decent consistency on your turn 1. 5 cost Ivankov got cut down to 2, simply because I realized how much I prefer Koala over Ivankov. Ivankov is the inconsistency king, and as we cut cards in this deck and added more other cards, it actually doesn't hit as consistent as maybe it used to before. And it's just not optimal, because you can play this. I ended up playing this usually, and you play this and hope, and you're like, oh, please let this be an Ivankov. Oh, please let this be a Karasu. Please let this be an Inazuma. Whereas with Koala, you can just be like, okay, I know what I have in hand. I know exactly what I can play off of this, no matter what I get from the life, right? So it's way more consistent, and frankly, it's just stronger as it's a ±0 in hand. While also being a 6k blocker, it's incredibly powerful. And I realized just that I prefer Koala over Ivankov. And Ivankov is great in the black matchup, but so is Koala. And yes, you can't like play like 3 Koalas in a game, right? But you can play like 4 Ivankovs with no problem, which is why that is important in the black matchup, which is why we still have it at 2. So you can make sure that you can go koala, and then like a couple turns later, maybe you've done some searches with stage, you can make sure you still find your Ivankovs, even if it's just at a 2-off. Other than that, let's jump into the brand new cards for the deck. That is starting with Morley here. Morley is not a good card, all right? It's a very like it can solo win the BY matchup, sure, but it's not a good card. The only reason we are playing this card is because it has a trigger and it's a revolutionary army. If you've been on my channel before, you know that I have two different builds of Bello Betty. I have one that is like the more competitive one, which plays like the spammers, like Koala, Ivankov and stuff. And then I have one that is more trigger heavy, where I run a bunch of trigger cards. I play Cracker, Smoothie, Satori, and stuff. I think like every trigger card that has been run in this deck before. This deck here is the combination of both those decks, right? This is a 100% Rev Army list while still maximizing triggers. Which is why we end up running Morley, which also is why we end up running Tension Hormone. Tension Hormone is a 3-cost counter event that says up to one of your leader or characters gain plus 3000 power during this battle, and then you can play a 5k or less Rev Army type. So basically everything except Ivankov and Koala. And this is incredibly strong. The trigger is the same, by the way. The trigger is also just play a Rev Army card, which means if you trigger this turn 1, like on your first life, you can cheat out an Ivankov or a Karasu and get some insane value. But in general, you can also play this card. When I put it in, my intention was never to play this card. My intention was, okay, this is good for the trigger and nothing else. But then I had one game, and we're actually just gonna show you this game here. All right, so as you see here, we're up against a Doflamingo, and that is a terrible matchup, right? But what happens in this game is absolutely incredible. We're gonna skip through here a bit. Swing 7, and does this. He bounces my Bello Betty back to hand, which is super interesting, but it's fine, right? And we see here that I have the Tension Hormone, and I have other cards as well, right? So he goes 5 into here. He defends it, obviously. And I could have gone Ivankov into something here. But what I decided to do was play that Bello Betty back down. Because he has the law anyways, right? So he's bouncing my stuff no matter what I do. So instead, we decide to play Bello Betty. Keep 3 Dawn up. That way, now that he swings 7 and he plays his law down, it means he plays law, can't bounce my 4-cost, but instead bounce my Betty. I'm going to count out of this swing as well. And then here he goes 7, Jimbei into law, bouncing another searcher. And then we can go here and get Ivankov out without it getting bounced by law, which is such a super funky play. And then this turn is just Koala Ivankov, double Ivankov, bring out Lindbergh. I actually ran out of good things to play with Lindbergh, so I had with Ivankov, so I had to do just Kuma, which is crazy. Luckily, he lets that go there and this go here, and now we're in such a strong spot here. Like, sure, he's still not in a bad spot, but we went from 0 characters to an entirely full board in 1 turn, thanks to Tension Hormone. And like, he just leaves here. Like, when we counter out, he just quits. He's like, fuck this, I'm not doing this. And that's like when I realized, like, oh, Hormone can actually be played, and it actually helps in our worst matchup. But besides that, mostly for the trigger, I play this card. And I think in general, we've gone over the deck list as much as we need to. So we're going to jump straight into some games, and I can show you off the cards in action. All right, so we're actually on the ranked ladder today because I want to make sure that we actually can get some good, high quality games in. I'm going against the BY Luffy. I'm going to go second. Wow, this is a weird hand. So normally, right, this is pretty good, right? Because you can go double raise max and then Ivankov. My problem with this hand is that now I'm losing 2 cards out of my hand on turn 1. Instead of having Betty that replaces itself. Pretty greedy mulligan, if I say so myself, but I double 1 cost on turn 1 here isn't as necessary, as we're not even going to swing with board anyways. So this is definitely better, and we hope that we can find an Ivankov here, which we can. Perfect. So right now we're still in a pretty good spot. He's gonna go 7 and probably event search. Take the 7. Happy that he's not. Happy that he's not starving me. Gonna go Ivankov. I think leader effect trash Inazuma maybe. Inazuma probably not the correct call, but it's fine. We go Lindbergh. We'll go 5 here. And we'll go 5 again. We won't need this Betty. It's fine. He can get it with Garp. This is why, because I think he actually might want to counter this, which means swinging here is value. He might end up taking it, but he's definitely considering countering, which is great for us. If he actually does. He doesn't. That's a little unfortunate, but I think it's still fine. If he triggers here, now we have a problem. He didn't. Thank God. Okay. So let's see. Is this Rocket Luffy? This is like the reason you don't swing here is because now he can just flat out for 5 play Rocket Luffy and pop one of these. And he doesn't. But it still might be Rocket Luffy. We'll see. Something is coming down. It is Rocket Luffy. But he could have done that anyway, so swinging actually is fine. But next turn he's actually going to be able to awaken, which is also terrible. Can have that, that's fine. And if he swings 7 here, I think I actually have to counter it. I won't. Perfect. We'll be able to trigger out the second Lindbergh. I'm thinking if it's Koala here. No, of course it's not Koala, because I don't have anything in hand, so it's here. Into Karasu, probably. Can apply a lot of pressure going in Asuma, but I think Karasu is even better. And then we go lead. We actually go 6 here first. Get a card out of his hand. So this is bad because he's going to be able to awaken now, right? But it's fine because he has way too much pressure on him and he's only going to reach 7 Dawn. And he's going to lose a bunch of cards out of his hand. Unless he pops this with a trigger. No, that's fine. He does find a baby. And he does counter out of this. But no matter what he does here, he has a bunch of pressure on him. I have counter in my hand to deal with these as well. Oh, actually, maybe not. Depending on how big this goes. But he will only have 1 swing, right? So unless it's Rocket Luffy, we still have 3 characters on board. But it is Rocket Luffy, which is terrible. But he's getting real low in hand size now, which is good. He does manage to pop the Karasu, which is terrible. Let's see, he does have the Sabo. Yep. But he's still low in hand. Yes, sure, he does get to cycle here, so he might actually hit... Yeah, he gets rid of his bricks here, which is terrible for us. Oh, wow, he was a bricked, huh? But yeah, this swing is huge into Lindbergh. If we draw something that's playable of Koala here, we definitely just Koala. I think that's fine. A little bit of a shame that we drew that the wrong way, but... I think it's fine. I don't think we want to play this stage right now. So we'll just boost. And go 9 at 9. Get more cards out of his hand. He's going to want to counter this one. Yep. Because the next one is coming. That's 10. He's going to want to block this one so that he can reuse it next turn. But he counters it. That's a misplay. Does that mean that he's going to try to push for lethal here? Maybe he doesn't know that this is a blocker. We'll see here. He can do things. He's not quite at Moria yet. He needs 1 more Dawn and could have done Moria things. But he's so low in resources here that, like, I don't even think he can go to 9. Even if he has 2 babies here, he can go to 9, obviously. But if he does, then he's still running out of cards, which is obviously what we want. And I think this might just be a concede on his end. So another Sabo flat plays it. So he's able to cycle away his bricks here. But he doesn't know that I have a bunch of counter here. So even if he cycles away both of these Morias here, now you don't have enough to do double babies, which means you're going to 7 only, and I'm countering whatever this swing is. But even if this is single baby, it probably shouldn't be. It should probably just be flat. Yeah, but this is 9, which means I'm countering. So there's no baby coming down. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings, which I do. Thanks to those double 2Ks. And there's another swing. Do I want that swing? Yes, I do. Very important to me. More important than the Karasu. And we will start with 7. And since he's not getting more cards, these are the only cards that he can use. So, because these are going to the bottom, right? So it's actually just 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. And it should be perfect lethal because he can only counter 1 of them. I have 6 swings. And that should be game. Because this is 7, 7. Yeah, I have enough. Game's over, dude. We'll go 7 again. Could actually just go 8, and so that way he can counter, but or he can, but he most likely won't, because most likely it's in double 2K, especially after him using what 1, 2, 3 2Ks. Okay, could definitely be double 2K, but it's not. And here he has to block. This should have been 8, but yeah, it's fine. He doesn't have anything. Oh, he did have double 2K. Wow. And I just swung 9 even though I didn't have to, but it doesn't matter. And that's game. Wow, nice. GG's, man. All right, let's jump into the next game. Okay, we're up against a Doflamingo. This is obviously still a very rough matchup. We will try to push through. We do have tension hormone now, so that is something that can be relevant. In general, this hand sucks though, so I will still mulligan. This is much better. Seeing both Stage and Betty in one hand is obviously great. Could also be Betty Max turn 1, honestly. But I think we're gonna see what we find of the Betty, and then make our choice from there. He's very high ranked as well, which is terrifying. We'll go Betty. There is an Ivankov. So we could go raise max for hair for uber aggro because we have the combos already. So I think we're going to do just that. He has to teach. Is this law? It's Jinbei into Boa. Wow, very powerful. Very powerful indeed. This is annoying because I want to like make sure I pop this. And I won't be able to now because this is a blocker, so he'll actually just block an attack. We do trigger though, very nice. I think we get rid of the stage at this point because I don't think we're gonna have a good moment to play it. We're gonna have a good moment to play this Morley either, actually. Never mind. This is really nice because now the pressure is actually really on. We'll go here. We'll trash the Inazuma, I think. I don't think we'll need that. We'll go Karasu, minus here. We'll go 5 Jinbei. There's an argument that I go Karasu reduce here, but I don't think it matters that much. Could probably have gone here too. That's definitely an argument as well. If he blocks too early, we'll actually just raise max this down to 3 and take care of that too. That is something that he might not even think about. He does end up defending this, so that's good on our end. Don't know why. And there it is. He takes the free block. We're gonna go here. He probably doesn't have another 2K. Does he? Does he really have another 2K? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, thank God. And then we're gonna raise max this and take care of that as well. Yeah, brother, You wasn't ready, were you? He wasn't ready. That's what you get for taking free blocks. They aren't always free. So now he has only 2 cards in hand. No big guys on board. He can take care of this, and he can take care of this with leader swing as well. But in general, he's in a bad spot, especially if none of these are law. Obviously, he has stacked his deck, so he might know. I don't think he bottom decked anything, right, on his with the Perona. I don't think he bottom decked. I didn't pay attention. I should have, but I didn't. That's what I get for playing on the sim. You miss out on things like that. Like, I would never have missed that if this was a physical webcam game. Gonna go 9 into that, get Moria, and get Jinbei back, probably. He draws Boa. He's gonna get that Morley. Unfortunately, I think I have to stage here, because I need to start getting my card advantage back. And they were just Koala. That's gonna help with that. I think we just go 7 here. You know what? I don't want to overcommit. I don't think I'm going to be swinging this turn. We're just going to go 7 there. And if he defends this, we're going to go 8 into it. He doesn't. So now we just go here. This. And I think we pass. We're not in a great spot, actually. We definitely have considered going at his face here a little bit, because there's a chance that he goes super aggressive now, which would put us in a terrible spot. We'll see. A little bit awkward on Dawn here. Nice. Let's go 8. Cheetah Weevil, we'll take it. There's an Ivankov, perfect. We go Koala here, but we actually this first. Inazuma, sure. We'll go here. What do I want? Do I want this Ivankov out? Do I even need it? Don't know. We'll go a little bit short for this. We will go 8 into this and reduce the Boa, I think. We just don't want him doing any free block stuff. I actually boosted wrong as well. I should have boosted. Why I didn't. I completely forgot this was a card that I played. It's fine. This turn was definitely not optimized. Still defending his characters like his life depends on it, which is not correct. They're dying this turn, no matter what, dude. There's no way he has another 2k and a 1k here. There's actually no way. He gives that up. We're gonna go 5 life. Then unfortunately, I think I have to cheat out the Kuma here to pop this Perona. Otherwise, I think he has lethal. Which means I should be doing that before swinging here, but I didn't because I suck at the game. Can't let him get that sneaky lethal. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate, but I think he's gonna be at 9, so he could have gone like 7, 7, 8 or something. Wait, 7. He's on 7, 7, 7. Okay, so maybe I'd be fine actually. Then that's a misplay, probably. Oh well. Still think we're fine. Like, if he dares swing with this, that's one. Like, I think this has to be Gravity Blade for him to live. And if it's Gravity Blade, then he's not progressing his board, which is also great. And we can block to defend one of these, because these have way more value than Koala does. Koala only has value on the turns he's played, because that's the turn you're going to be blocking with her. Whereas at you know, anywhere else, you're gonna want to swing with her, so the blocker really doesn't matter. But all these guys have effects. Like, I think if he swings at Ivankov, I don't really give a fuck. But these guys have incredible finishing power. And realistically, he's only gonna swing with leader here because he's gonna be too scared to swing with this. Which doesn't make sense, but a lot of players still think like that. Like, as long as he knows this, like if he swings 7, that still makes sense because that's gonna push through. And it's a 1-for-1 basically, right? The only logical time where you don't swing, I actually don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm waffling. But he's thinking hard here. He did find the law. So he's gonna be able to bounce one of these, probably Karasu. There he goes. Gonna be able to do it twice if he bounces himself again. He does. He bounces the Karasu. That's fine, actually, as long as I get to keep my Ivankov. Oh, that's nice, because now he's able to actually swing as well, while still playing the... Goes face. That's a ballsy move, dude. Let's see what he bounces. He bounces the Lindbergh. I think I have lethal here. Which means I should take this. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I need to connect 4 attacks. Let's see, if I take this... If I don't take this... Well, actually... Yeah, I'd have to block. I don't want to do that. There it is. Fucking genius. Absolutely genius. Let's go Lindbergh and see if hope we can find a reducer off the search. This card is so clutch, dude. Yeah, I mean, he won't swing 6 here. Okay, let's see if we can find a reducer. We can't. Cringe. You grab this and hope that we can find a reducer off of this, but that's incredibly risky. Let's see. We have 1 koala here. And I know we bottom decked the race max in the beginning, so there's 2 gone. That means we have 4 left. I really should be hitting one, though. I don't know if I bottom decked any. I haven't paid attention. The thing is, do I have enough if I don't find a reducer? I think that's the real question. I don't think I can afford to find out, actually. We will cheat out Karasu. We'll go 8 at 4. Probably wrong. I forgot that this is actually a 5k. Yeah, so I probably... Wait, 8, 9. Okay. So it's 8, 8, 8, 9, 9. We'll see. Does he need to counter 2 attacks now or just 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, so he needs to counter 2 attacks, so that should be game. Hopefully he doesn't trigger a grab blade. That's going to be absolutely terrible if he does. Come on, man. Take it and don't trigger. I think if he triggers, he wins. He didn't. We go 8 again. Let's see here. I think this should do it. This should do it. I mean, if he has a bunch of 2Ks, I think he can live for sure, right? Because it's 9, 9, and he only needs to counter out of 1 of them. No, he needs to counter out of 2 attacks. So he has to counter out of this 8, which is 3 cards, and then a 9, which is another 3 cards minimum. So he needs to have his entire hand be 2Ks, basically. He is able to counter out of this. 9. He should block. There's no way he has 3 more 2Ks in here, right? It could be 2K, 2K, 1K, 1K as well, but there's no way. There's no way he has 6K counter on these 4 cards. I just don't believe it. There's no way. There's actually no way. Show me the money. Oh no. That's insane. I'm counting his 2Ks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, that's not that much even. Wow. That's so dumb. Holy shit, that's so dumb. I'm triggered. What the fuck? Piece of shit fucking deck, dude. I hope that law gets banned into fucking hell. Alright, we're up against Blackbeard. We're gonna get to go second. We're gonna mulligan this ass hand. This is, oh my god, this is disgustingly good. Holy shit. Gonna go search. We're gonna probably grab this Ivankov. Ivankov is really good in this matchup as it's an activate main and not an on play. Get rid of Koala, won't need that. Grab Lindbergh, also a great card in this matchup. The reason we throw Koala there instead of this Kuma is because Kuma just has so many targets. Like if he plays Lafitte, we just pop it with this thing. Doc Q can be popped with this as well. Vasco shot can be popped. There's so many targets for it. Yeah, unfortunately, I think he's gotta go now though. We'll have another Ivankov, sure. The thing is, if this man is good at the game, he will negate my on plays next turn, which won't let me play this. But I don't think he is. And he has 2 up for Shockwave, which means we swing there first. We do that anyways, but you know, you have to be careful. Shockwave is a card that they play these days. He's gonna get rid of the Karasu. That's fine by me. Get rid of that as well. Is he gonna negate my own plays? Let's see. That was stage. Come on, don't negate my own plays. Yes! That's exactly what my plan was. Holy shit. We'll go here, we'll go here. We'll discard the stage with the stage. That's such a bad card to see. We'll go Lindbergh. We'll go Morley. We'll go 5 face. A counter. We'll go 8 face. Take. Oh, really? Triggers? We're doing that shit now? And I'm gonna get rid of this Ivankov. Oh, get rid of Lindbergh? Nice. Probably gonna have to end up discarding this Ivankov next turn to find something to play off the Ivankovs. We definitely block this swing though, which means he's gonna have to swing at least 6. Let's see if he does that. He just trashed a teach to draw a teach. That's crazy. There's the Lafitte search. He's going very slow right now though, and we are able to do a lot of things because he didn't negate our own plays. He doesn't have enough for the reduction. We're gonna give him Koala here. We're gonna discard this Ivankov since he's not playable. We're gonna take that. We're actually not gonna boost this turn because we want to make sure we get both of these out. And this sequencing probably should have been different. I guess swing before I pop that, but I think it's fine. We'll go at Lafitte here. We probably could have let that Lafitte stick too, honestly. Not the Lafitte, the Doc Q. We should have popped the Lafitte with the Kuma. But I think this is still fine. We'll go 7 here, and then we're gonna end it up with a 9k. Because he still only has 1 swing. He's not able to deal with this board, and he's actually down to 0 now because he took this 7, which I didn't expect. And he's only at 9, so there's no teach play. Not because that would have saved him. But he can at most get rid of 3 characters here. And that means I win. Yeah. And this is another teach actually, so he doesn't even get a rematch. We keep this for sure. The cringe thing is, right, if they negate, these are absolutely useless, but then we have the stage to get rid of them, which is really good. And we actually just play Kuma here to pop this. Make sure he loses a bunch of value of playing that too early. That's too greedy for him. And look, the Doc Q isn't able to pop this either, which is even more value. Actually, don't have anything good to play off the Ivankov here. I'm gonna slow down. We're gonna go stage. I'm gonna discard this one. Grab another Kuma probably. Yeah. And that way we can swing 6 at his face. He's gonna take it. And then we can pop the Doc Q. Losing even more value from him. And then next turn it's just gonna be, if he negates on play, it's just gonna be Ivankov. If not, it's gonna be Koala Ivankov, which is incredibly strong. Let's see if he does it. He did do it. That's really bad, especially because we drew a searcher as well. So we're just gonna get rid of this koala here. Fuck, dude, why can't we find anything to play off the Ivankov? This is so bad. Assuming that he's gonna keep negating, we should discard this, but or this, but I'm gonna actually assume that he's not gonna do that, and we're gonna just cheat out this with no effect. Which should have been this with no effect. This is actually a huge misplay. I'm so bad at this fucking game. And he triggers. Yeah, that's about it. That's just the way it goes. And now he's able to wipe me on the clapback, and we lose this game. That's rough. Wow. That trigger was right. Just having nothing to play off this Ivankov has been really rough, actually. He has to draw 2, trash 2. While getting rid of my entire board. Yeah. And then he has enough to even pop this. Draws another 2k. Oh, it's Burgess. Okay, that's nice for us. This is really nice. Yes, he seems like he's gonna keep negating. So we are gonna go. Do I want to keep this up? No, we don't have enough to do it. Actually, sure. Let's go here. Go here. And then we'll go here. He's gonna have to take this. We'll pass. Got a decent amount of pressure on him right now. Him playing this is actually really good for him, though. See, he does go there. I'm thinking we have to do this now, which is really cringe because he's just gonna remove it. Do I just pass? Sure. Let's see if he starts swinging at my face now. It doesn't look like he's gonna start swinging at me. I'm not complaining. Yeah, let's do this. I should have swung first, but I think it's fine. He doesn't have enough even with the Shiryu to swing, so we'll go here, just get a card out of his hand. Yep, and then we pass, and he's gonna need some serious removal here. Because the teach doesn't save him. And he still does teach, wow. We should win then. He should negate here, yeah. But we still have 3 swings, so we should be able to push through. And he swings, we'll take all of these. Just hoping for a trigger. Nope. That's fine. Him negating there is also still cringe. But it should still be fine. We'll go here. We really don't have anything to deal with that guy, but we should still have enough to swing high enough for this to push through. What is this? This is 9. Yeah, it's just 9, 9, 9. 9, 9, 11. Or depending on if you take this, yeah. So it's wait, so I have 9 left, so it's 10, 11. Yeah, I have 11, 11. I have lethal. Nice. Okay, I'm stuck at pressing. But he had double 2k, that's a little scary. But yeah, we had perfect lethal there, that's nice. We applied enough pressure with this turn where we get 3 things out. Like, his play is not to do teach here. His play is to just try and remove as many things as possible. But yeah, if he had started swinging a turn earlier, maybe he could have finished me this turn. So a little bit slow on his end, but yeah, we take those. GG's. All right, that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. I sure did. I love playing this deck, and it just keeps getting better and better with every iteration of it. So if you have any, IDs, any cards you want me to try out, leave it down in the comments. I'll make sure I make it like a video about it, as long as that card isn't complete dog shit. Like, don't fucking tell me to fucking play this fucking card. I'm not gonna play this card. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. So don't tell me to play this card. So, other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, peace.